The name is Thaddeus. But the choice of the name was ill-advised, I think. No doubt my parents wanted something classical or something radical. Oedipus and Orpheus would not do, and for some reason Theodore and Thelonious would not either. So my father decided. My mother, it seems, did not have much say in the matter. She picked Shaolin, which means little forest, and sounds something like her first name, Jain, which means good tidings. But I don't go by Shaolin. What I go by is a little stranger. To many people, I am Thad, which is easy to spell and fairly easy to say, unless you think it's fab, as in, oh fab, I'm glad they put real borax in you. My first and middle initials, JT, are even easier, so I use them when I make reservations, arrange for deliveries, or sign my name on lists. One of my old friends calls me JT, except for the times he calls me Stud. Other people I know call me T-Bone. Some of my friends think T-Bone is too casual, but I like it better than Fazul or Pube, which are the nicknames of other guys I know. I have not been called Tadpole for quite a while, but an old girlfriend used to call me A-Tad, which is short for A-Tad Stoned. Some of my close relatives still call me Tad, but so far no one else has adopted the shortest form. When I meet people and tell them my name is Thaddeus, they say, that sounds like a biblical name, or that sounds like a 19th century name, or that sounds like a plumber's name. Sometimes my new friends take an initiative and shrink my name to Chaddy, Teddy, or Patty, or Chad, Ted, or Pat. For a while, people in my office confused me with another Asian guy who looked like me and called him Thad and me Henry. My last name is no less problematic. Rutkowski just does not fit my face. At times, however, to my great surprise, I pass for Eastern European. Someday I might change my last name to my mother's maiden name, which is simpler and more descriptive, and become Mr. Wong. This is about my trip, my quote, trip to the art museum. Went to the art museum to see some Van Gogh. Dropped ecstasy at the first water fountain I could find. Looked at crazy landscapes, jagged lines, swirls, sawtooth patterns. Van Gogh had some unresolved issues, I could tell. Also saw some paintings by a guy named Chainsaw or Kaim Soutine, gnarly stuff, tortured portraits. Got into an internal Picasso debate. You know, you say Picasso, I say Picasso. Then wondered, what's the difference between Monet and Manet? I got nowhere fast with that one. Then got into that old abstract expressionist mnemonic. Newman shut the door. Rothko pulled the shade. Reinhardt turned off the light. Very soothing, but sketchy. Saw a piece called Lady with Ermine and wondered if it was the last weasel painting. Found out Chagall died long ago and couldn't believe it. Got into some heavy denial, then accepted the death as sad, but not as sad as if it had happened yesterday or to a close relative. Listened to a tour guide talk about repressed anger and the relative merits of paintings vis-a-vis blank walls. Sat at the Egyptian temple and felt the ecstasy really take hold. Thought about the architect who designed that glass pyramid in Paris and wondered, if I am Pei, who are you? Tossed a coin in the fountain and wished for domestic bliss. Tried not to look anyone directly in the eye, because if I did, they would know about the ecstasy, of course. But there were some young women I couldn't help looking at. In fact, couldn't help stalking from gallery to gallery. Felt like I was walking on clouds. Also felt like a criminal. Found my favorite statue, white slave. Nice demure bondage, smooth surfaces, skin-like effects. Went back to stalking, but all my original targets were gone. Found my way around the balustrade, the colonnade, and the balcony. Looked for God in the details. then noticed all eyes were on me. Went out basically the way I came in. And I have a two-part piece. I will do both parts. It's called White and Wong. Hi, I'm Mr. White. That's White and I'm Wong. We're here to discuss the difference between us, the difference between White and Wong. That's White. We're going to get lots of attention for no reason. That's Wong. We're going to make some interesting points. Pure White. We're going to ask pointed questions, then ridicule the answers. Utterly Wong. There is no answer, and that's the answer. Almost white, but not quite. If you lean on the edge, on your chin and your elbows, you will see the answer where it lies, which is within. Wong, Wong, Wong. If you see the answer, why ask pointed questions? I'm losing track of the difference between White and Wong. Wong again. The difference is as plain as day or night or dusk and dawn. All white, I've been Wong-headed. On the contrary, I've been Wonged. Let's put things to whites. I know I'm white, and I think you're Wong. But remember, two Wongs don't make a white. Might makes white, or at least it might if you don't go Wong. Some Wongs will never be whites. The white side of my brain says white, but the Wong side tells me Wong. Wong you are. There is no absolute white or Wong. If you're white, can we both be Wong?